The topic of this lecture is types of graphical function. So how many types of functions are there and how to plot their graph? Okay, so we have already discussed in the previous lecture that what is linear function. We have and how many types of linear functions are there and function and how to plot them. So we have discussed it in the previous video. So now we are going to discuss the second type of graphical function, and that is called quadratic function. Quadratic function. So we will have another video, full video for this quadratic function. Right now we have a short view of this quadratic function. So basically the parent function of the quadratic function is, that is, y is equal to ax squared. This is the parent function of quadratic function. It is parent function. So parent, P-A-R-E-N-T, parent function of the quadratic function. Okay. So here you just remember this parent function, also the sketch of this parent function. It is very important. So here first we have to see this number a. If it is positive, so how do we write it in mathematical language? We write a number is positive like this: a is greater than 0. So whenever it is written in the mathematical, in any question, a is greater than 0, b is greater than 0, it means this number is positive. So we write, so a is positive. If a is positive, for example, we have y is equal to 3x squared. Okay, so here this 3 is positive. So the graph of this quadratic function will be, let me draw here. This is y-axis and this is x-axis. So it will be a U-shaped graph. It will look like this, U-shaped graph. This could be the shape of the quadratic function. So this is going up, keep on going up and keep on going up here. Here this point is called turning point. This is called turning point of the quadratic function. This is turning point. Okay, so this turning point is, it is touching the origin of this x-axis and y-axis, and here this turning point is, it is minimum point. It is minimum point. So it is extreme at the bottom of this graph. Okay. So what if this a, if we have this one, if this a is negative, so we write it like this: a is less than 0. When we say that a is negative, we write it a is less than 0. For example, if we have a graph like this, y is equal to minus 3x squared. So the shape of this graph would look like this. This is y-axis and this is x-axis. Here this graph will be downward U-shaped graph. So it is the shape would look like this. Let me draw it again. So this is downward U-shaped graph. It looks like U, but actually in mathematics we call this graph parabola. This is parabola. So this is parabola, this is upward parabola, this is downward parabola. So here again, just keep in mind, the turning point is touching the origin of the coordinate system. And here, this turning point is maximum point right now. So this is the parent function of the quadratic. So if we add some number in this quadratic function, suppose we have function like this: y is equal to suppose 3x, if we add some number to here, then what will happen? This parent function will shift 2 step upward. As this number is positive, so its graph will be upward parabola, and this parabola will shift 2 step upward. So it will come over here, 1, 2. So this is 2 and the graph will be here. So in this case, the graph will be 2 step upward. So this will be the parabola of this function. So this is how, and you can see here, this 2 is also y-intercept because graph is also touching the y-axis at 2. So this guy, which is also y-intercept here, it is basically vertical transformation. So it is vertically shift. This is vertical shift. It gives you the vertical shift. Vertical shift. Or you can say that it is vertical transformation. Vertical transformation. Transformation. So this is how we can plot a quadratic function. So first we draw a parent function, then look at the y-intercept, which is also called vertical shift, and then we plot the actual graph of the equation. So this was about, so we'll have another lecture where we discuss different shades, different types of quadratic function and how we will plot them on the graph paper. So that will be a separate lecture. So this is how we can write how to plot a quadratic function. Okay, the third types of graphical function is called cubic function. So this is called cubic function because it is ax cube. So there is a power, this number is called power, this one. This is called power, and some people also call it exponent, and it is also called index. Okay, if the power is 3, so the graph will be a cubic function. Okay, so there are also two versions. If a is positive, so the shape of the cubic function. This is y-axis and this is x-axis. Version here. So look the shape of the cubic function. So the shape will be, so this is cubic function. Look here, it is also passing through the origin of the axis. And what if this a is negative, that is less than 0? So what will happen then? So this is y-axis and this is x-axis. So in this case, when this number is negative, the cubic function will be, this will be the cubic function. So how do we differentiate between them? Look, if this number is positive, the cubic function is, remember one thing, we always read the graph from left to right. Whenever you start, you want to look where the graph is moving, start from the left side. So look here, when this number is positive, see from the left side, it starts from downward and keep on going up and up. So this graph, you will get this type of graph when this number is positive. If the number is negative, you can see on the left hand side, the graph is coming from up and keep on going down and down and down. So this is how we can differentiate between two types of cube. Okay, what if we have a function like this, y is equal to, that is 3x plus 2. So what will happen? That this 3 is positive. So we will have a graph look like this. So this is the parent function, y is equal to 3x. So the graph of this is look like this. Just adding this 2, the graph will shift 2 step upward. So it will 1, So the graph will be, it will be over here. This will be the graph of y is equal to 3, sorry, which is 3x cube plus 2. So this is all about cubic function. So in the next lecture we will discuss the very important type of function, that is reciprocal function. So stay tuned to that.